Right
Yeah.
across, and
It's like, what do you, it's ignored. It's ignored because, you know, it's like, oh, it's not Adobe, you know. So I say it's a good value, and you saved a lot of money, and you made a good choice, in my opinion, you know. Any other questions? Problem, pictures? Oh, I got something that everybody wants to know, and we just got a couple minutes. And I know we can go over, but I think y'all are kind of full, right? I fed you well, right? Yeah. Dessert, and you had your course, and you had seconds, right? Okay, okay. You're ready to get home and get busy. What do you do when there's a picture in a newspaper or in a book, and you have to scan it? Did you ever notice that when you scan it, it's got all these weird lines in it and stuff? Right? Right? Let me show you. Let's do this real quick. Don't save. Okay. So let's get the scanner open and it's probably gonna ask me to warm up. But I want to do this. I want you all to see this. Okay? Whenever you scan a picture that's been printed on a press, not printed like a photographic print, but on a press. It's in a book, it's in a magazine, it's in a newspaper. They print it with what's called halftone dots. So these halftones are so tiny and almost microscopic, they give the viewer the illusion of a continuous tone image. They give the viewer an illusion that this is a photo in a paper, but it's really not. The scanner picks it up and says, woo, let me party with this. So let's just say, okay, I just don't want to mess with, let me try that again. It's so important that when you're scanning these printed images that you do this in the scanner. It's called descreen. But first, let's hold on. Yeah, descreen. D-E-S-C-R-E-E-N. First, I'm going to scan this normal, without the descreening filter. And then okay, and then I'm going to scan it with the descreening filter, and you're going to see what I'm talking about, the difference, okay? Okay, that's good. Now, I'm going to scroll down here, and all your scanners have this feature. And if it doesn't, it means it's not in an expert mode. Okay, it's not letting me. Hold on. I need to have the color controls on. Okay, so click on descreening. Let me zoom in for you guys so you can see. And then I'm going to say newspaper, because it's a newspaper. It's not a magazine. It's not a fine print. Okay. And then I want to hit scan, and then okay. And then when it's done, we're going to look at them in Photoshop, and I'll show you, and we'll be done. Do I talk about this? What scanner do you have? What scanner do you have? You said HP? No.
Mine's actually a foreign one. It's an Epson, and I don't know what it's got. I've never.
Okay, it's got descreening. It's probably got the same stuff. You said it's foreign, so I guess it's in a different language, or?
No, four. F-O-U-R, foreign one.
Oh, foreign one. Yeah, it's got it. It's got it. Okay, so let's look at. Let's compare the two. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a you got to rediscover it. You know, it's like that park in the neighborhood that you never visited before, never knew existed.
Oh my.
You see the difference? Look at that. You see the difference? Who doesn't see the difference? Raise your hand. I'm not gonna make fun of you. I just want to make sure you're clear. Okay, so there's ways for me to get rid of the descreening in Photoshop. So once it's done, if I can prevent it from having to do that, That's great. Basically what it does is it blurs it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? And it goes back and forth like this.
So when the scanner scans a newspaper, it's actually a little too accurate.
Yeah, exactly. Or anything printed. Remember, not just newspaper. So let's say I did have to go in and fix this. Let's say it's too late. I already scanned it. It's too late. I go to, yeah, that's it. I go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Okay? Look at that. So before, after. That's one way to do it. But I don't think it's as good as when the scanner did it. Okay? But, hey, if it's, you know, and the Gaussian blur lets you control the amount of blur. So you want to experiment. So, basically, when you get a printed image, you have to scan it with the D-screen filter. If you can't do that, then you got to bring it into Photoshop or PaintShop Pro or whatever, and do a little Gaussian blur, a little blur to control it. Okay? I do have a tutorial that deals with images like this available at the table called Newspaper Photographs, and I take you through a step-by-step of how I took a newspaper photograph and tried to make it look like a photo. You can't really make a whole lot. It's not magic, you know. It's garbage in, garbage out, but I put a little bow on it or something and some makeup. But it was nasty. Any questions? Any last questions? Okay, I guess that's it. All right.